Sometimes there are two things na super hirap kapag nagsusulat tayo ng nobela. Number one would be starting the novel, and number two, ending the novel. And in this video, pag-uusapan natin kung paano nga ba magandang tapusin ang nobela or ang iyong storya. Let's go! By the way, kung di ka pa nakasubscribe sa aking YouTube channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell para na-notify ka every time post ako ng video. Let's begin with number one. Number one, answer the dramatic question first. Sa lahat sa story natin, every story, lagi tayong merong katanungan dyan sa beginning, di ba? Matatalo ba ng hero yung Dark Lord? Magiging sila ba? Masosolve ba yung case, yung kaso? And you must answer this very clearly pagdating dun sa end ng iyong nobela. So, napaka-importante yan. So, dun matatapusin yung story mo. Yung masasagot, yung pinakang core na katanungan, yung pinakang dahilan na nagsimula yung story mo. For example, is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Imagine if sa end nung book, nagbati si Voldemort at saka si Harry Potter. After nung war, bigla sila nagbati, bigla sila nag-decide, sige na nga, tama na, bati na nga lang tayo, ganun. Tapos tumigil lahat ng kaguluhan. Diba? Imagine that. Hindi siya magandang ending. It's not the best way. It's not a good way to end that book. Why? Because may katanungan doon sa isip ng mga readers, diba? Who will survive? Doon sa dalawa. Kay Harry Potter and kay Voldemort. Kasi at the very start of the story, yun na yung katanungan. The boy who lived. Tapos si Voldemort na na-dead. Tapos nabuhay ulit si Voldemort. Tapos namatay si Harry Potter. Nabuhay ulit si Harry Potter. So the lingering question is, who will survive? So kung nagbati sila sa dulo, you did not answer that question. Who will survive dun sa storya, di ba? So in order for us to have a great ending, or in order for you to finish that book, you need to answer that question. Who will survive? The core question ng story mo. Number two, the new normal. We all know that the hero always come back doon sa pinagsimulan niya, and they come back a changed person. So yung plot, hindi pa siya tapos, no, until makita natin na yung hero is nag-change. Kailangan makita natin sila, they return to their life after the adventure. Pero ibang tao na siya. Kasi if tinahak niya yung buong journey na yun, only to come back the same person, it's not a very worth it journey. For example natin would be the Hunger Games. Sa end ng Hunger Games, si Katniss bumalik siya sa District 12, diba? Pero hindi na siya yung same girl na nanghahunting sa woods. Meron na siya mga scars, diba? Meron siya mga trauma from the war. Diba? Nag-settle down na siya, pero bittersweet yung dating. See here, we see the new normal ni Katniss Everdeen. Nakasurvive siya, but she is forever changed. The new normal. So that's how you end your story, with the new normal. Number 3, tie up the loose ends. So pinakaayaw ng mga readers ay yung mga hindi pa nasa-solve, or yung merong mga naiwan na katanungan nga sa ating mga isip, diba? So, if nag-introduce ka kunyari ng magic sword sa chapter 3, kailangan alam namin kung ano nangyari doon. So, for example, would be Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Try nyo yung ending nun, hindi lang siya basta na tapon yung singsing, tapos na. No, pinakita pa doon yung coronation ni Aragorn, the return ng Hobbits sa Shire, the departure of the Grey Havens, diba? Ang satisfying niya kasi lahat sila merong ending, lahat sila nakita natin kung paano nagtapos. Pero kumbaga proper send-off for each character. Number 4 is full circle moments. So great ending oftentimes is mini-mirror niya yung beginning. Nagbe-visit sa same location, specific line or dialogue, diba? So by placing your changed hero back to the original setting, you show the audience exactly how much they've grown without needing to explain it, diba? Kasi original yan before, doon na siya nanggaling. So makita ng mga readers mo yung pinagkaiba ng character mo from before doon sa bago na. Diba? Full circle. Example natin would be the Endgame. Sipin niyo si Tony Stark. Sa very first Iron Man movie niya, diba? Meron siyang, may pagka-arrogante yung pag-announce sa before na I am Iron Man. So that time, it was about ego. Years later, sa Endgame naman, ang final word niya, full circle, the same. I am Iron Man. But this time, hindi na siya arrogante. Hindi na arrogance yung dating nung I am Iron Man. Diba? It's about sacrifice. Diba? It's the same line but different meaning. Completely flipped na siya. So, the callback makes the story, the entire journey, feel complete. Number 5. Next natin is the yes but ending. Minsan, yung perfect ending, yung happy ending, sometimes it feels fake. Purely tragic naman, hopeless naman yung datinganan. Pero the sweet spot would be this, yes but ending. Yun yung may na-achieve ni hero yung kanyang goal, pero merong kapalit. And example for this kind of ending is Spider-Man No Way Home. Yan yung ending ng Spider-Man No Way Home. Naibalik ni Peter, na-solve ni Peter Parker, yung problema. Diba, na-defeat yung mga villains, diba, nagbalik sila sa everything. Okay sila, happy silang tatlong Spider-Man, but malilimutan siya ng everyone. Diba, in the ending, he's very alone. Natapos niya, it's victory. It's victory, but it hurts. It's a yes but ending. So, minsan yung bittersweet na feeling, yun minsan yung, diba, memorable na ending minsan. Kasi nga, not everything is perfect and the happy ending, diba? Palaging meron ka pa din. And somehow, nakaka-relate tayo doon because yung mga good moments, yung mga victories, sometimes palaging meron ka pa din, diba? So when that happens in your story, sa ending ng story mo, yung masaya, victory, panalo, pero meron ka palit, it makes a great ending. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share this to your writer friends. If di ka pa nakasubscribe, please subscribe. And see you in my next video. Yun lang.